Now keep in mind that patience is really the name of the game right here. I ain't in no hurry. I ain't got to get this done today. If I don't do anything else today, if we get this one thing loose, that'll be a good day's work. And that's the mindset I'm going to be having while I do this. What I'm doing is I'm heating this thing up. I'm using this propane torch because my cutter over there would be too much fire. I'd melt everything under here and probably set the car on fire with it. Because I use propane instead of acetylene, I don't have a small little tip from a torch. All I got is a cutting tip. I don't think they make burning tips for those propane setups. But this will work. It's just slow. It just takes a long time to get that heated up good. And that's all I'm doing is heating up that line where it goes into that fitting. If there's any corrosion that's got it all stuck together, that'll help to, the thing expands and then shrinks, and it helps to loosen up that corrosion. And that's exactly what I'm shooting for here. Let's see if we've done any good at all. Alright, I got a little movement here. That's a start. It ain't much, but it's some. That's what we needed right there. Takes time, but you can get there sometimes. Shoot a little this stuff on it. Just turn it. Yeah, she's getting there. That's good. That's real good. Yeah. Another thing I'm going to do. Alright. It's working. It's turning. We got it. Now, I'm going to take a 1/2 inch on a little socket, and I'm going to pull these 2 bolts out and let this thing slide out of there. And then I'm going to unscrew that thing and try to keep from leaking any more brake fluid that's in the line already out than I can help. Although, let me think about this. You know what? I don't care how much brake fluid leaks out. I'm just going to go ahead and get that loose. The old brake fluid's probably nasty as all get out anyway. In fact, I'm almost positive it is going to be. Just let her flow. The more new brake fluid we get in there, the better, really. So, I keep hearing things smack up against the side of the building, and I know it's the wind blowing so hard out there. It's probably all kind of things banging around out there. It's quite a big storm, more than I was expecting. I don't think I was expecting anything. People kept talking about snow, but I didn't want to believe them. You know, sometimes it's just easier to live in denial than it is to be ready for a real thing, you know. Kind of like nuclear holocaust or the great rapture, you know. People talk about it's coming any day, but you don't expect it today necessarily. I guess they don't talk about nuclear holocaust so much as they used to back when I was a kid. They issued us all dog tags so they could identify our bodies after the Russians blew us all to heck and back, you know. That was back when I was in kindergarten. I don't think they do that anymore. They used to when I was a kid. It's the world I grew up with. Alright, I got that brake line off of there. I'm going to pull that bleeder off of there, too. And then I'm going to pop those 2 screws out. I can turn my torch off. Thank you. Little torch, you did a good job. Get me a rag and see if you guys are still on. Or if your battery went dead or whatever. Yep, you're on. Hope y'all saw some of that, because it'd just be a lot more interesting if you can see it than all you can see is the back of my head and all I'm thinking. So, give me a 1/2 inch wrench and we'll get that thing off of there.